One of the best things in life is creating value out of thin air with little to no effort on your part. Kind of like finding money on the sidewalk, you didn't have to change anything about what you were doing and you just had the good fortune of stumbling upon some money. Don't lie, I know you guys aren't out there trying to find whoever dropped that money. You're just sliding that bill right in your pocket and going about the rest of your day with a smile. So let's just get past it. One of my favorite ways to do this is by making a credit card company pay me money just for the pleasure of having my business. They call these intro bonuses, and if you play your cards right, you can get hundreds or even thousands of dollars worth of value with little to no effort on your end. This is called, and get ready for the buzzword here, credit card churning. Personally, I am a huge believer in credit card churning, which is basically just the process of signing up for new credit cards, meeting the minimum spend requirements, and then collecting intro bonuses, which can be worth, upwards of $1,000 if you redeem it correctly. Here's why I like this so much. As long as it doesn't affect my normal spending, it doesn't cost me anything to have the card, like no annual fee, and it makes sense to carry for me, then I'm all about it. Some of the cards I got early on don't really get used that much anymore because the benefits and the reward structures got a little bit redundant based on some newer cards that I've gotten when you compare them to the older cards. So if you find yourself in a situation like that where maybe you feel like a newer card is a better fit for you overall, but you don't want to get it because it's a bit redundant with one of your current cards and you don't want your current card to feel useless anymore, my recommendation would be just get whatever fits you best. You don't have to carry all your credit cards at all times. You can just carry the ones that you're going to use on a daily basis and then keep the rest of them in a safe place. I would make sure nobody else had access to it, but make sure they're in a safe place. And as long as it's not costing you an annual fee, you're not going to want to cancel those older cards because credit history and length of credit history makes up about 15% of your credit score. So if you close one of your older lines of credit, then you're going to hurt your credit score. The credit score would come back, it would tick back up eventually, but there's no real need to do that if the card is not going to hurt you. I put pretty much all of my expenses on credit cards because I like to earn rewards and I like the added protection that a credit card gives me. I've talked about this in other videos, so if you're curious, just click this link right over here and you can find out more there. Now that we've got all that boring junk out of the way, do me a quick favor and click the like and subscribe buttons and let's get started with a what's in my wallet as of September of 2022. So the first credit card I got back in 2018 was the US Bank Cash Plus Rewards card. So this is a card with no annual fee and you get to choose two categories every quarter that you're going to earn 5% cash back in, and you get to choose one category every quarter that you earn 2% cash back in. Everything else will get you 1% cash back. For the 5% categories, they let you choose things like home utilities or movie theaters and clothing stores, electronic stores, and things like that. The 2% categories are pretty much going to be either grocery stores or gas stations or restaurants. So you would choose two of the 5% categories and one 2% category, and then just earn a whole bunch of rewards and you get to change it every quarter. That way you maximize your cash back. The next card I got was the Bank of America Cash Rewards card, which at the time was mainly just a gas card. You would get 3% cash back at gas stations, and now I believe this has evolved into the customized cash rewards card with Bank of America, where you get to choose a category for 3%, and then you get 2% cash back at wholesale and grocery stores. It looks like the new version of this card lets you choose the 3% category to be something like gas stations, online shopping, dining, travel, drugstores, or home improvement stores. But the cash rewards card, whenever I got it, was just 3% back at gas stations. And I believe there was a 2% back category, but I really only used it for gas stations. The next credit card that I got was the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card. This card was used mainly for grocery stores whenever I was using the card. This one is not in my wallet anymore. None of the first three of these cards are still carried in my wallet because some of my other cards have a little bit better structure for the rewards that I was using these cards for. This card currently in its structure earns 3% cash back at grocery stores and supermarkets and 3% cash back at online retail stores, 3% cash back on gas, and 1% cash back on everything else. The next credit card that I got was the Capital One Saver One card. This is the no annual fee version of the Saver card, and it lets you earn 3% cash back, unlimited on things like dining, entertainment, popular streaming services, and grocery stores now. This one at the time, whenever I first got the card, was only 3% back on dining and entertainment, but they have since included grocery stores. And then of course you get 1% cash back on all other purchases. I do still have the Saver One card in my wallet at all times because the entertainment category gets a lot of cash back for me. I play a lot of golf, I go to a lot of different places where that 3% is going to get pinged every time I swipe my card there. The next credit card that I got was the Chase Freedom card, which has since become the Chase Freedom Flex card. This card gets 5% cash back in rotating quarterly categories and then 3% cash back on a few additional things like dining at restaurants and takeout and drugstores. And then of course you get the 1% cash back on all else. There's also no annual fee on this card, and it functions as part of the Chase trifecta that I can discuss at a later time on this channel. The rotating 5% categories have included things like gas stations and grocery stores, and you seem to find something that you can use each quarter. I believe one of the quarters is actually Amazon purchases, so there's a lot of people out there that can really rack up that 5% cash back there. The Chase Freedom card stays in my wallet at all times, along with its brother, the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, but I'll discuss that in a couple cards from now. The next card that I got is actually the only card that I pay an annual fee for. The annual fee is $95 and the card is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. I got this card pretty strictly for the travel related benefits associated with the card. You get 5 times points on any travel booked through the Chase portal, and you get 2 times points on any other travel related expenses that you have. The real benefit here is in how you redeem the points though. If you redeem the points for travel, meaning booking a hotel or booking a flight or anything like that, you actually get a 25% bonus on all points used. So the current intro offer of 60,000 bonus points, the Chase Ultimate Rewards points, is not worth $600 in travel, it's actually worth $750 in travel. The other benefits that you get with this card are 3 times points on things like grocery and dining, and then 3 times points on select streaming services. And then you also get a $50 annual Ultimate Rewards hotel credit. So if you stay in a hotel at any point throughout the year, you get 50% of it written off after your first account anniversary. So the next card that I got was kind of gotten on a whim because I was about to purchase a new MacBook and I was trying to figure out which card to use, and I thought, why not just get the Apple card, because the Apple card gives you 3% back on all Apple purchases. So whenever I bought the MacBook, I got 3% back within a couple of days because it's actually daily cash back. They credit it to your account just in a couple of days once the transaction has processed. So like I said, the card gets 3% daily cash back on all Apple related purchases, and then 2% daily cash back whenever you use Apple Pay instead of swiping the card. So if you use your watch or use your phone to pay for something through Apple Pay, you get 2% cash back, and then of course the 1% cash back on all else. The Apple card also has no fees, so just to clarify there, none of the cards that I use really have any fees that apply to me outside of the Sapphire Preferred card, which I pay a $95 annual fee for. And then, as I mentioned before, the Chase Freedom Unlimited card is kind of my catch-all else card. It earns 1.5% back across the board on everything except for things like dining at restaurants, including takeout and delivery services, and 3% on drugstore purchases. But as a catch-all card, this card does really great with 1.5% back just across the board. So those are all the credit cards that I currently have, and I know not all of them stay in my wallet at all times, but it's good to have a rotation where maybe quarterly categories say that I'm going to earn more with this card or this other card during certain times of the year. So it's always good to have a rotation of cards so that you're always maximizing your cash back. I'm actually also considering adding a new card here at the end of September because I got an email with an offer on the Venmo credit card. And bear with me here, I know it's a bit obscure, but I think it's actually going to fit pretty well. The offer that I got in the email actually does not include an intro bonus. The intro bonus that it kind of offers is doubling the rewards rates for the first 6 months of having the card. So the way the card normally functions is your highest spend category gets 3% cash back, and then your second highest spend category gets 2% cash back, and then 1% on everything else. So for the first 6 months, I would be getting 6% cash back in whatever I spend the most money on, and then 4% cash back and 2% cash back respectively. The way they've got the categories set up, there are 8 eligible spend categories for the Venmo card. They are dining and nightlife, travel, bills and utilities, health and beauty, grocery including wholesale clubs, gas, transportation, and entertainment. So since it's not a technical intro bonus, it's kind of hard to place an immediate value on it. I would guess that with my personal spending, it would be pretty in line to slightly better than one of the $200 to $300 rewards bonuses that you get with a normal credit card. If I get that one, I will definitely let you guys know how it works out for me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video. A little what's in my wallet as a 27-year-old in the finance industry. You know, it never hurts. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Be sure to like and subscribe to help grow the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.